Alright, so probably my most anticipated game this year, along with Red Dead Redemption. Developer 2K Czech, formerly known as Illusion Softworks, a subsidiary of 2K Games. You can compare its style with Godfather 2. That was a good game. In fact, that was a brilliant game. But anyways, I have not played Mafia 1. I don't think you need to. Those watching this video, was Mafia 1 that good? Well, alright, sit back and watch this.
Don't kill me! Please! I got a wife!
You should have thought about your wife before.
I'll do anything you want! Just don't kill me! Oh, for Christ's sake!
Don Clemente sends his regards. Oh!
Fuck! Please, don't make me do this.
Fuck you, sorry, you fuck.
Well, that was a nice bit of blood there, with the Tommy guns and the shooting. Well, the cutscene looked pretty awesome. Just from that I can tell this game is going to be all about story, really. The developers say it'll be a pretty dark game, but actually I think it could be quite funny at times.
You're right. Son of
It's
a
bleeding all over the place.
Get me to El Greco.
The fucking painter?
No, the fucking doctor, you
Take
idiot.
it easy. We're gonna get you there in a minute.
The fucking doctor, you idiot. But anyway, that Henry guy who got shot seems like he'll be a pretty good game character. He actually looks pretty badass, and you know, his backstory, his father sent him to New York from Italy to avoid the war on Mussolini. And then you've got Joe Barbaro, who might be a little stupid but has some common sense. I guess he's gonna be your kind of mentor as soon as you start the game. And then of course you got Vito, who you play in the game. He comes back from the war, I believe, in 1945, and he's pretty poor. And then he meets his Uncle Joe and learns about his business, and I guess as he goes along he turns into some kind of don, you know, picking his way up the ladder. And well, I don't know if there'll be some sort of revenge plot as there is in nearly every other game, Assassin's Creed 2, GTA, but every game going these days has their family killed, and you know, you gotta sort the twats out. But moving on, the game seems to be very cover orientated. That should be good. I hear you can't get shot too many times or you will die, like the enemy. I don't know if that's gonna turn out. But a little glimpse of the game's physics here when he blows that guy away with the shotgun. And you know, the environment detail and effects, you know, hear a little dust shit going on there. Another thing that's quite important, although you might not realize it, is the sound effects. Listen to the gunshots.
Oh, take care of him, Vito.
Sounds pretty kick-ass, huh? But moving on, the cars. Will it be like the Godfather games? The driving wasn't exactly brilliant. What engine are they going for? The game is obviously a sandbox, but I don't know, maybe a little linear too. In the missions, the main missions are apparently meant to be a little linear, and I'm not sure. But anyway, looking around, the graphics seem pretty good, and the environment looks very 1940s. But the game does go from 1945 to 1955. 1955, you got the birth of rock and roll, and all that good stuff. And you know, the developers say a lot of changes happen in the game. The whole atmosphere just transforms. So, you know, hopefully it'll be quite good, and the story will be kick-ass.
About fucking time.
Hey, Vito.
Marty, what are you doing here?
He's our getaway driver. What do you think?
And, well, back to the story. I just want to say voice acting sounds really good, and Mafia-like, very Italian. I like it, like, you know, like this panda bear.
I've got to a stage in my career, touch wood and don't say nothing you might regret on the telephone, when I can afford to enjoy the finer things in life. Handmade shoes from Italy, furniture from France, and from England, Fox's biscuits. These guys know a thing or two about biscuits. Look at the craftsmanship. Well, go to your supermarket and say Vinny sent you for the good stuff.
I'm not overly keen on those biscuits. I mean, they're alright, you know, but you can't go wrong with a couple of Fox's custard creams. Definitely like a 9 out of 10. These biscuits, I would only really give a 6, but moving on.
One day my father decided it was time to move away, across the ocean, to start a new life in Empire Bay. Never in my life had I seen anything as fantastic. It was beautiful.
Alright, so I'm going to put it into a kind of bullet point system for you guys so you can tell what could be good and what could be bad. What could be good? Number 1, the big Mafia-based story around the game. Personally, I really hope the gameplay and content overall meets the story standard. Number 2, graphics. The graphics look pretty damn good, along with the effects around the game and atmosphere. Most likely the game's gonna get a 9, hopefully a 9.5 if it's lucky. It won't get a 10. Only linear games like God of War 3, Uncharted 2, Metal Gear Solid can get a 10. There's just more focus needed, and therefore it needs to be a linear game. And finally, number 3, the guns look pretty wicked. You got a .357 Magnum, you got a Smith & Wesson 5.86, you got a MG42 Tommy gun, M3 grease gun, MG42 M1 Garand. I mean, there's a couple of other guns, but yeah, you got a good selection of guns, so hopefully that will be pretty good and the guns will kick ass. And now what could be bad? Number 1, the driving. Will it be like the Godfather games? Number 2, the combat. The combat seems pretty good. It aims to be different to other games like GTA, but I'm not 100% sure the cover system is going to be super fun. I mean, most probably it will work, but maybe it's just a risk that will go wrong, but I doubt it. And finally, number 3, how much content is in the game? I haven't been able to find much in terms of side missions and all that good stuff, although as you can see right now, you can go into something like a gun shop, a clothes shop, you can customize your car to a certain extent, but I just hope there'll be more than that.
Fucking mess.
Like a fucking earthquake. What the fuck? Oh, shit!
Monkey bastard.
You assholes! You're gonna die! Get away, come on, Peter!
Alright, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Hype hasn't been brilliant really, although it is still a month out. Red Dead Redemption had a lot more hype, and, well, rightfully so, but I think Mafia 2 is going to be about the same level as Red Dead, but of course, you know, completely fucking different. But my advice to you, get some biscuits in, and go and watch The Godfather. You don't have to watch part 2 or part 3, just number 1. And then go watch The Goodfellas. That's a true story. There's actually like a couple of references in Mafia 2 to Goodfellas, so you know, go watch that film. And if you need more of a final evaluation on the game, my estimated score is a 9.5. That might be a little high, but if the graphics get 9.5, I think the gameplay will be pretty good and the story will be just as long as the enjoyment and the graphics stay good, then I think it might get a 9.5. But this has been Jazz for Jazz Reviews. Thank you for watching. And if you're just thinking about this game, not quite sure yet whether to buy or rent, wait for my review and then you can decide. Or click here because the review is already available. But anyway, thank you and subscribe if you can.